Hi guys, welcome to the MERN tutorial. In this presentation, I gonna take a topic called how we can connect Express application to the database. So here we gonna perform two tasks here. One is how we can connect Express application to the database. Once we have connected to the database, how we inject the data into the database here. So let's see how it's work. Here I taken a project mon tutorial. So in this I have uh, created a folder called backend. So go to the path here, directory path here. Then you can give a command called npm init hyphen y. Once you give this, you get a file called package.json. So once you click this file, you in the main you can see index.js. So this is a primary endpoint to your program. So it will start the end, and this is the entry point of your program. So in the you have to create a folder called in the backend, you have to create a folder called index.js. Here I need a dependency called express and mongoose is for connecting database. So for that I need a constant express. So here I have to give require I have to import this to package. For that I have to give express here. So next I have to give a package called mongoose require of mongoose here. And once you give this, and you have to initialize this express using the variable called app. You can give any variable name here. I gonna give app here, and you have to give a method here. And once you initialize, you have to the method we have to connect with the server. For that we have a method called a listen method. So in the listen method I want to give a port number. So I have to port which port the server will listen. So I have to give a port, so in which I have to give a comma here. So here I have to give a callback function here. So here I have to give, and I have to log whether the server is connected or not. I have to check the server is connected. Port dollar symbol and curly bracket, and you have to till symbol you have to give it, and I have to give this template literal I have to give. And once you give this and save this. Once you save this, and here in the terminal you have to type node space entry point is index.js file. Once you give this, check whether the server is connected to the port or not. So I haven't declared the port variable here, you might get error. For that I have to create a constant port equals 5000 here. You can give any port number here. Once I save this and go here, and I have to give node index.js here I have to give. Once you save this, and you can see whether the server is connected to the port or not. Yes, the port is server is connected to the port 5000. So I want the variable and all the sensitive data should be saved in the .env file. So for that I have to create a file called dot env here. So once you give this, you have declare the variable here 5000. No need of, so whenever I change something I can go to this .env, I can change easily. So index.js I just remove this. I have to give process .env dot port I have to give. So here I save this, and you could see here whether uh, again I have to give node index.js. It's working fine or not. I think the server is connected to the port undefined because it's not getting this variable from the .env. For that we have a dependency called npm dot env. So once you install this package, I have already been installed, so you have to install the dot env. Once I install, I have to declare this package here. So here I have to import this. For that I have to give only require of dot env here. Next I have to give a method called config. So the what the config method will give, it will check whether the .env file is present in the current folder or not. It will check. So once it's there, I have to give node index.js. Check now whether my the server is connected to the port or not. So the server is undefined. I have done any mistake, I think so. I have to save the changes process.env. Correct. I have saved this, and you check whether my port is connected or not. It's undefined. Why it's require dot env dot process dot env dot port. So go to this dot env. I have to save this, I think so. I haven't saved, so that's why. So yes, the server is connected to the port 5000. So now every time I have to give node index.js. For that uh, we have a package called nodemon. So you have to install this package. Once you install this, go to the package.json, and you can see here is go to this script, and here I can give any name. Here I gonna give start. Here in this I have to give nodemon space index.js. Once you give this, and you have to comma, that's why the error is showing. Once I save this, now I gonna give npm. Here it's a start, right? For that I have to give start. Once you give this, it's automatically saved and restarted. Once I save this, it's automatically restart. No need of giving node space index.js. For that only we need a package called uh, nodemon. So here I go to the index.json again. I want to connect with the mongoose. So for that I have to give mongoose. So dot connect. I have a method called connect. Here I have to give in this I have to download this Mongo Compass from Chrome browser. Once you have this is a URL for which we can connect with the database. So here this is a local database. I'm connecting with the no, local database. Here I have to give here. So I'm declare written every sensitive data should be here. So for that I'm mongo underscore URI or URL. Here I give this uh, with the database name. I have to give, I gonna give mongo MERN tutorial, and say just save this and go back to the index.js. Here I have to give whenever I access the .env, I have to give process .env dot in which the variable is stored. Here I have a variable called mongo underscore URI. So I have to give here mongo underscore. So no, sorry. Have to give there. This is wrong. So I have to give here, and have to give uh, dot then method promise is returning. I have to give console log here, because whether the database is connected or not. For that I have to give here, I have to give database connected. So once you give this and remove this, and I have to catch the error. So for that I have to give catch error log here. So here I have to give uh, database error in database, and give error in database connection. So once you done this, you remove this, and you can see here I done this. Check whether the database is connected or not. I saved this, and you or I have done. Then so so you have to give process dot, right? So process dot env dot uri. Once I save this, you can see here I think it connected to the database. Yeah, database is connected. Now I have a field called, so I'll just go back. This is the react before I have created. So here I have to go to the uh, so this is connected, right? In this backend folder I have to create a folder called models. So in this model folder I gonna create a file called, and just create a file. So user.js. So once I click this, I have to create a schema, the whether the how the structure of the document should so for that I'm gonna create a backend for. So have to give this package I have to give. So in the user, so the models, you have to go here and have to create a here mongoose dot schema. I have to give. In this I have to my field is name here. So here I gonna give this type would be string. The field is required, my field should require is true, and uh, I next field is email. In this I gonna give a type and record the same, but my mail id should be unique. For that I have to give a unique uniqueness true here. So once I save, next I'm gonna give another field called phone number. So here I need would be string. So this is not required as that of so this phone number is not required. So I'm just give the schema name. So I store it in some variable. For that I gonna give user schema. You can name anything schema. So just save this, and here have to create a model. For this I have a method called model. So model. So here I have to give a document this database here user. So here the schema name, whatever the schema I have to give here, and I give this, and I want to store it in const. Here I say this is a user. Just save this, and have to module should be imported. For that module dot export I have to export this. So here I want to export this model. So for that I have to, so I'm export this. I just save this. Once I save this, and have to import here in the index.js. So here I gonna import this one here, and here I have to give const uh, user equals require of, so which is the file name, what is the path of this model dot slash model here models slash user.js, right? User, this is user, and just save this. check whether the database is connected or not. And so go to the, once it is connected, go to the mongoose and check whether it is connected or not. So here it's connected, and go to this and refresh this database here. So here I just give this and refresh database. You could see here I have created a database called Mon tutorial in this user. How you get this user? Because in this user.js you could see I have given user. This is converted to the plural form of user. That's why it's shown like this. If you click this, I have no document. If you click this users, you could see here haven't created any document. Just wait up. I click this. So I have zero document here. So the first task is completed here. So the second task is have to inject the data into the database document, right? I have to insert the document. For that I have to create a file called seed.js. So in the seed.js, I need a database connection. For that I gonna index.js. I need this model also, I need mongoose also I need. So for that I have to copy paste this to one, and also I need to connect to the database. For that connection I need this, so I need this one, and go to this and paste it here. I want to close this. I just cut this, and here I have to give uh, X paste here. Here I have to insert the data. So for that, I want to give async function. So async method, async, and also when I get it, I have to give await. Here is a user, the model have to insert. I have to so user dot create. I want to create a, so in this I have to insert some data. For that, so in this data, in the database JSON, I have already taken this. So here I go to the seed.js. You just pasted it, and here, so just give, here I have to take this one, and I have to remove this. So create method, I have to wait, I have to, so just copy paste here. Have to this one, just close this, just close this. Here I have to, instead of this I have to, yes, I have created. So this document should be inserted into the my database. So for that I just save this, and you could see I have to here I just control C and terminate this. I have to insert into the database. For that, go to the, here have to insert here. So go to package.json. So here I have to create seed. Here I have to give seed. So here I gonna give node space, this file name is seed, right? Seed dot js. So save this, and in the back end you have to give node space seed dot js. Once you save this, once you give this command, so you got some error. So just go to this c.js and process. I have to give the uh, .env. So go to the index and just copy this and go to c.js and just have to give here. I have given the process.env.mongo URI. For that I need a .env, right? So for that I got error. So here just I have to run it again. So once it's inserted, I have to console this for that. So log. So here I have to give data is inserted. So just save this, and here you can see whether my data is inserted into the database or not. I want to check. So the data is inserted. Go to the uh, so refresh it here. You can get all the data which I have created in this. uh, so user, this model, I have given a name, email, phone number. I have described here in the you have to give user dot create. I have to create this data in the database. So once it's inserted, the data is inserted like that, it will come. So I have to control C again. So for that, so we have a method called mongoose dot disconnect. So you have a method called mongoose dot disconnect method. So once you save this, disconnect. So just again I run this, you will get a error because of the duplication of the data. Again I'm inserting the same data, right? So you will get error. So I want to catch the particular error. So for that I have to give catch error. So scheme actually. So this is an error occurred because of I have a duplication. That's why it came. So I have to give a catch here. You have to give error log here. So in this console log I have to give error. Just give this and save this, and again I give node space seed.js. So the duplicate key error because I have inserted again, so I have to delete this. I delete this. So if I go back and clear control C, then only I'm getting. So just save this, and again I give node space seed.js. So once if I give this mongoose dot disconnects, it's automatically it's connected disconnected from the database and it's come to this folder. So whenever So have to create this is a problem, right? This is a duplication problem I'm getting for that. So I'm just remove this. You have a Suppose I have lot of data which is in the form of db dot json. I have a json here. I remove this one, and if you could see here, I have a data in the form of data json file. Have to inject into the database. So for that I have to go to the seed.js. Here I remove this. Here I have to import it from. I have to import this. For that I have to create uh, user JSON. I'm just creating, and here I have to give require of this path name. I have to give here. I have to give dot slash data slash db dot json. I have to give once I save this, and you have to give user json. So you have to give the database here user dot insert mini, and you have to give this json file name. You have to give. Once you give this, save this, and you again run this. This will inject all the json whatever the data in this db.json will get inserted into this. So I got error. So unexpected non-white space user dot insert many is I have given here. I just save this. Insert many. What? Which line I got error? Non white space character unexpected here. So I have to save this again and go to this, and again I'm giving node space c.js. So again I got some error. So the duplication I got occurred. So for that I have to remove this. I delete this. I delete this. I go back to this and clear this. I have to give seed node seed.js. So the data is inserted. So you check here in the. So you got the data from the JSON file. So I have three data in the JSON file. So I got this from the db.json. So this is what we have to insert. And so if you want to delete, so I want to delete each time, right, in the browser, in the db. So for that I have to give user dot delete. I have a method called delete mini. So I have to give this and save this. Now you can remove this particular duplicate error. We can remove. So just save this, and so this is what. So we got this. So you go and check. I got this error. I got the documents. So which I have seen before. So we have to delete many. We have to give whatever the data previously that would be deleted. Then we can insert the data which is in the db.json file. So this is what we have seen two method, two tasks. We have seen how we can connect with the db, and we seen here how we insert the data in the database in seed.js file. So first you have to create. Next you have to use a method called create method also we can give, and create insert the data. And other way is in the db.json I have some json file here. Once I have to give the path in the c.js, so you can